What's going on, YouTube? In today's video, we're going to do a full breakdown of the new World Hero Mission Deku, what talent trees you should go for, how high you should go for on Deku, as well as should you summon or skip, and my final thoughts on him. But before we jump in and go through everything I think about Deku, smash that like button and sub if you're new here. We're on the road to 1300. At the time of the recording, we are sitting at 1255, so you can go ahead and sub, be greatly appreciated, as well as comment down below OG Road to God, and linked in the description will be everything else plus my Discord. But without further ado, let's jump in. Alright, so I gotta say right off the back, I am very impressed with the way this Deku is made and handled. I don't fully understand, I don't know all of his combos yet, but to be honest with you, even just spamming his buttons and everything, he seems to be doing pretty good and handling himself. So I'm sure in the right hands, he's probably amazing. PvP wise, I want to say this up front. I don't play PvP myself, but from talking with the community, even on my live streams or whatever, they are saying that he is pretty toxic if you use him the right way. There are a couple people say that he's not good, for the most part, I hear that Deku is actually amazing in arena PvP. When I say PvP, I mean like actually like against other people. I know some people say PvP for super co-op. But yeah, in arena PvP, I heard that he's pretty good for the majority. There are a couple outliers that say that he leaves himself open a lot or whatever, but I'm not sure. I'm not a PvP player myself. So, wanted to get that out the way. I do have him at S rank, but I will say even at S rank, he's very impressive, right? He's actually out damaging a lot of the original S ranks. Even he's out damaging the triple S plus original Deku, which is pretty sad. Pretty sad. I have this guy at triple S plus. Yes, I didn't invest in him already, but you figure even at triple S plus, he should be already. He shouldn't be out damaging a triple S plus, but he is. He's doing more damage than a lot of the original premiums. My Deku's doing more than Aizawa, doing more than Shoto, doing more than Hawks, doing more than Dabi, and doing more than Bakugo. So just at S rank, he's already doing more than other S ranks. So S ranks, he's probably already up there. Momo's just support, Mina's just support, right? So I don't really want to count them. I'm sure he does more than Tokoyami at S rank if you keep them both at S rank. But he's even doing more damage than some of the higher tiers too, right? He's not obviously doing more damage than these guys at S rank, but he can keep up. He can keep up, which is leading me to believe that all three of the Musketeers, even Bakugo and Todoroki, are probably gonna be good as hell too, right? Probably gonna be good, because for him to be able to keep up with even some of the big boys, pretty impressive. You can see that they're already doing a power creep in here. But yeah, let's talk about some of his talents. I've been having a lot of questions. This is a big question right here. What talents should I go for? I think top right is the first one you should do. Just reading them, Midoriya is always looking for the weak spot in enemies. Defensive Midoriya Q, overwhelming triple E. Smashing shock with Theo's additional 20% damage to shield and smash shock. Attack up to 470%, deals an additional 50%. This one I think is a no-brainer, should be your first one, right? This one I just think does the most out of all three, so definitely top right first. Now the next one is debatable, right? I went left because I'm more heavy focused on Warzone, right? So I went left just because of the Warzone aspect. I think this helps for Warzone a lot. The stronger the enemy, the more convinced Midoriya is to his Midoriya's charging status, gain 1 damage immunity. If Midoriya enters the normal status after using W, War Hero Mission shoot style, in full power status when he re-enters full power status before charging status ends Q, overwhelm becomes triple strike. So basically, this man over here is ignoring shield and everything, right? So I think if you are big into Warzone, you should go top left, but bottom right is good too, right? Bottom right's another good option. So it's debatable right now. Midoriya continuously fixes his form during battle, making every strike deadlier than before. The Midoriya's normal status using the E, smash shock, will cause him to enter full power status for 5 seconds. Smash shot cannot be used to enter full power status method. So yeah, I think personally I went left for Warzone, but you can definitely go bottom right if you prefer to. Warzone left, bottom right if you really not big into Warzone, but I think everybody should be into Warzone. Going over his skill rank, right? A, he gets the attack bonus. Even at S rank, he's getting an extra attack, enter full power gauge, successfully perfect dodge. So every time you get a perfect dodge, you actually get that bump in damage. So make sure you're dodging with this guy, timing out your perfect dodges to get that bump. The reason I want to go to SS is because he does an extra damage to hyper armor. So if you're not sure what hyper armor means, it's like when you have Endeavor and you're charging up and he has that like invincibility. When you see invincibility pop up, or like All Might or even Stain, you know how you see that they can't, it says invincibility. So he actually ignores that, which is pretty cracked, which is why I want to get him to SS, because he just completely ignores that and damages. And of course, if you get into Triple S, this is just a nice big bump in damage, and he gets that for 8 seconds. And, you know, Triple S plus, I mean, it's just more damage, right? If you're able to get this man a Triple S plus, I haven't seen one besides KY and Berserk, of course. But if you're able to go this high, amazing, right? Amazing. Let's talk about the cards. I know a lot of people are asking me, what cards are you running? So let's go over his card setup too. Right now, this is the setup I have for Warzone because I don't have too many great cards. I basically just took Aizawa's cards, right? I went with the 2 shield cards, and Ectoplasm and Ragdoll for crit. And it's funny too because I have his EX card, but his EX card is just not worth it to me. This one right here. And this is the free one. A hero never gives up. Midoriya clenches his teeth and focus. Everyone has a EX card that's good and not good. I mean, there are a couple that both of them suck, but there's always one that just gives you an extra 12% damage, right? Usually that's the one that you don't even really want to worry about because a lot of these other cards will be more beneficial to you. And I have Kamui Woods on him. This is by far not the best setup for Deku. This is just a setup for Warzone. 2 shield cards to help Deku live, and then just adding some crit, and then Kamui Woods for some CC, right? Some crowd control, if you're not sure what that means. But if you are looking for like the best setup, I recommend throwing on Nomu. Nomu's a good setup always, right? Of course, Cold Shot is amazing. Game Start is actually recommended for Deku. Just because he's already ignoring a lot of the hyper armor, and giving you that extra penetration is very good on him. And of course, if you have the good EX, let's go down to his EX. This one right here. So if you have the good EX, this one actually is the one that you want to throw on him. Midoriya rushes into battle, attacks, deals 30% additional AoE damage. Overwhelming Q and strike nearby enemies. This is really good. An extra 30% on that is amazing, right? So you definitely want to throw that on there. And as far as actives, just put whatever active you feel comfortable using on him. Like I said, I'm using Kamui Woods on him just to get that crowd control plus the Stain. And my Warzone setup, he's with Stain right now. So Stain has the Rhodey. So when Rhodey pops off, he gets another extra, I think it's 50%, 56% damage, right? Another notable mention, since you want to dodge with Deku, right? This is not for Warzone. This is more for like PvE if you're running assessments or whatever. Mr. Compress is a good option because when you get the perfect dodge, Mr. Compress gives you another extra boost in damage here, 18%. So since you're focusing on dodging anyway, you can get another boost from Mr. Compress. And another notable mention would be Kirogiri too, because with the perfect dodge, attack will be increased by 12% too. Normally, these two are not really used on characters, but for Deku, you might want to make the exception, right? You might want to make the exception just because he does get the damage boost just from dodging. So you can get your extra little bit of something there to throw on. But yeah, I think that's the setup I have right now. This is my Warzone setup for now. Like I said, it's not the best setup. I'm just trying to help him survive. Because I'm going through I'm going against a lot of bigger players, right? And then we'll show the Warzone setup I have with him. If you guys want a copy or whatever. All right, so this is where I currently have Deku right now. I'm constantly moving this around, so this might even change even after the video goes up. But right now, I have him with Stain. This is where Aizawa originally was. If you look at my Aizawa is S rank. And I just figure he'll be the easiest ones for me to replace. But I have him with Stain. He helps Stain out a lot. The reason he's in the back is because I have him, you know, to try to avoid taking that first damage, especially if you're going against All Might or Stain, right? He usually does his little teleportation thing anyway, like Aizawa. That's why I had Aizawa in the back too. Actually, I had Aizawa down here, but I moved him here in the corner so he can teleport. He's very impressive in Warzone, I will say that. He helps control around while Stain does his thing, and of course Denki's over there stunning, right? So I like it so far. This is where I have him. I thought it would be a waste to put him with Endeavor or All Might because them two are just brick houses themselves. So I put him with Stain to help Stain out. Stain is a little bit of a glass cannon. You kind of need Stain to get going for the Warzone to work, but you know, everyone knows once Stain gets going, the man is cracked, right? But yeah. That's my final thoughts. Should you summon or skip? I think this is clearly a summon. If you have the coins, go for Deku. I know the other two are cracked, probably gonna be cracked too. But if you have it and you can summon for Deku, he's definitely worth it. If not, hopefully you get lucky off the dailies and pull this man. I will most likely probably go for SS before he leaves, just because I just know that SS Deku is probably insane. A lot of people haven't summoned on my server yet, so I do have him at number 2 right now. But I got a feeling that this number is going to change once other people start summoning. But yeah, that's my thoughts on Deku. Summon on him. He's amazing. And yeah, I hope you guys found the video helpful. Catch you guys in the next one. Make sure you sub, like the video, watch me live, come hang out. Discord is in the description, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe and stay blessed.